Hey bright souls, welcome to my channel. This is the Mystic Sand Star, coming at you with a full blue moon healing tarot section with my friend Rachel, with Reiki with Rachel. We are collaborating today to bring you some guidance and insight on the full moon, on how to get better self-development, soul development, to basically give you guidance and healing to help you do this full moon. So we both just gonna be sharing insights, so take what you can, and whatever resonates with you. This being and Rachel's first collaboration. As you see in the first video, she explains how we met up and how we formed this collaboration. So it's a really exciting time. I'm excited to work with her. So I got some notes on the full blue moon that I took. So the full moon's happening on October 31st, on a Friday. And a blue moon is basically when two full moons are in the same month. So October 1st, we had the moon in Aries, the full moon in Aries. And then now we have another full moon coming in Taurus. So these two full moons are bringing this blue moon, and blue moons happens every once in a blue moon. What that brings is basically intensifies everything. So everything like your manifestations, like the highlight of what Taurus brings is all intensified. Even our emotions and and sensitivity can be very amplified. So we really want to be, and since this is like the Taurus moon, we want to be very grounded. We can feel very grounded. We might feel like really slow. We can feel kind of sluggish. But this also a healing time because the sun is in Scorpio. So we can actually also be feeling like this sense of empowerment and want to get things done and overcoming like old belief systems and routines. So this is a very interesting full moon. The Taurus is actually part of the heart chakra. It's the heart chakra. So we're dealing with love, we're dealing with compassion, we're dealing with self-worth, we're dealing with self-value, we're dealing with grief, and we're dealing with whatever is blocking that, and whatever we're not fully committing to, which is like not fully committing to, which is not allowing us to express our self-worth and self-value. That is part of heart chakra. So it's this breakthrough in our heart chakra that we kind of like need to open up a little bit more to allow more of our self-expression, so we can really utilize this full moon in Taurus the way it's supposed to be.
And it's a really good time to carry rose quartz and copper on you, which really are going to help with that heart expansion. And you mentioned grief too.
Yeah.
If you do have any grief that you're holding on to in your heart chakra, that can help you release it as well.
Yes. Rose quartz and smoky quartz. You said smoky quartz, right?
No, I said copper, but smoky quartz too would help. Yeah.
Yes. So rose quartz, copper. It's a copper, right? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And smoky quartz are actually very great crystals to work with for this full moon. Make sure you charge your crystals and your tarot cards if you got them. Put on the windowsill, because the full moon actually allows the charging and cleansing of like our spiritual items like crystals, tarot cards, your pendulums, anything. Just allow that full moon to work through it. Full moons are actually also a great time for protection, healing magic, empowerment magic. Since we're in a full moon in Taurus, anything that's going to bring in more abundance, that's going to help you with your self-worth and value. Anything that's going to make you feel more present and stable in your own body, so you can feel more secure with yourself. So anything, so green, pink, brown candles will be very good to light around this time. Pink for like that self-love and compassion, if you want to bring that stuff to you. Green for like the love, but also a sense of abundance and creation and the beginnings. And the brown is for like really grounding energy. And you can use the crystals and use your creativity to create the intentions you want to set for that. So Taurus. So what is Taurus? Taurus is about, and lovely Rachel right here as a Taurus as well.
In the flesh.
Taurus are reliable.
Say nice things since I'm a Taurus. So you have to say only nice things. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they're only nice things. Speaking of nice things, Taurus love nice things.
We do.
They're like objects and materials. So they like the nice coat, the nice jewelry. You know, it's physical, it's material, nice things.
We
Nice
like when things look nice too.
Yeah, definitely like things that look nice, especially like that home wherever they're at, gotta look comfortable. They're very reliable. They're based off routine, groundedness, patience. They're also a very intuitive sign, very grounded and intuitive. Soul level. I mean, the Taurus is all about breaking attachments and letting go of the past, breaking attachment to old versions of ourselves, habits, any material items, it's anything that's holding us back from actually progressing, so we could bring material fulfillment or self-worth or value type of fulfillment into our lives. That's what kind of like Taurus kind of works around. Think of diamonds, think of that's anything like physical. It's like Taurus energy. So
and any sort of like a pleasure, like eating and just like
yes,
binge watching Netflix, like anything.
Yeah, Netflix and chill is definitely our Taurus thing. Passion, commitments, relationships, the love, like touchy feeling, love to be touched, loves kissing, maybe romance. It's like that thing. They're like a nice glass of wine too. So yeah, so Taurus brings like a lot of passionate and loving energy. So I think even during this full moon, like, is a great time to probably meet people. And like, if you're in a relationship, there's like deeper forms of relationships, that you can have deeper commitments in relationships. The sun in Scorpio, and like the moon being retrograde. I mean, not the moon, the Mercury being retrograde, which is in Libra right now. It's great for like communicating, like your secrets and wants and your needs to your partner, uncovering any secrets. So this, you could bring balance to relationships, because Mercury is in retrograde in Libra, and Libra is about justice, is about empathy, is about seeing both sides of the story. So we can, and this Taurus full moon, like under this energy, is basically releasing attachments of like selfishness in a sense, and kind of seeing both sides of the story of people's views, and kind of making honest decisions. Because we have the moon is going to be opposing Mercury, and basically what opposition is when planets are 180 degrees apart. So we have one planet here, we have one planet here. So they're basically fighting for one another. It's like you can be extreme this way, or you can be extreme this way. But what opposition really try to do is create that friction, so we can create balance. So the moon and Mercury, the moon being Taurus, Mercury being in Libra, we might be wanting to clear out the past. We're kind of reviewing bad relationships. We're reviewing the past and what worked for us, what didn't work for us. We are kind of breaking cords, because the moon represents like the sacral chakra, the Mercury would be the throat chakra. So these opposing one another is kind of just working with intuition and your intellect together. It's kind of like clearing out the mental and emotional clutter. And I guess something like doing that. But it's through, I guess it's through honoring our emotions. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of our mental creates our emotional energy. So we have to go through the feelings. So the opposition is going to bring us through the feelings. It's going to bring us through these conflicts. It's like, you can feel very frustrated. You can feel like everywhere with your mind, or you can feel like very deep in your emotions. But it's like coming together. It's like bringing healing and finding that balance between your mental and emotional energy. But that, with this Taurus full moon, could bring a lot of frustrations. It could bring like a sense of confusion, a sense of like why is this not working out for me in the way I wanted to work out for me? And we get very cloudy in our like emotions and like mental energy, like why things are not happening in the way that we wanted to. So really we just want to ground ourselves and kind of just be centered. I had kind of like just be centered.
I
And
feel like
then
it's allowing yourself to like be in your feels, like allowing whatever is coming up to come up without trying to resist it.
yes, that basically, yeah, trying not to think exactly what you said. Trying not to resist anything. Like you're just allowing your feelings just to be. And you know what I mean? You're not blocking it. You're just allowing it. You're just clearing it the way it's supposed to be cleared out. We also have the anything else I want to say about this is kind of bring about balance. There's also talking things out in relationships. Taurus relationships, any attachments, anything that's bothering the relationships. You might need more passion, you might need a little bit more intimacy, you might need like have like these resentments that you need to like bring out and just talk to somebody, to your partner about. And that could really be coming up because it could be creating so much tension that's not allowing you, and you're not speaking your will and bring out that self-expression of yourself, which is not allowing you to create the life that you want. So it's really about like that sense of like expression. And it's like really being in your feelings and just speaking your mind, speaking your feelings, and not getting caught up in your mind. We also have like the moon conjunct Uranus. And Uranus is all about liberation. It's about being inventive. It's about breakthroughs. And with the moon being in Taurus and Uranus also being in Taurus, this is gonna be a breakthrough like through like a breakthrough through like limitations, a breakthrough through like foundations, a breakthrough within like ourselves, as we see ourselves differently, as we break through, like have these breakthroughs with our own emotional selves, like we're seeing things differently. Uranus is very intuitive energy. It brings those new ideas. It brings higher those higher ideas down, like intuitive, like we kind of just know things. So we have this inner breakthrough, like this inner knowing of what things need to do, like, or how to create new solutions, or what we need to create and what we need to do to create this situation so we can have this. It's like everything's going to come through, and we're going to have this inner knowing and this inner breakthrough within ourselves and like consciousness that's going to allow us to move forward. Like things are going to become like crystal clear. But that also goes back to the moon. If we could work with the moon opposition of Mercury, it's just being in my feelings and like using our intuitive and intellect together to have like, and work with like an intuitive thinking, have like an intuitive logic, and having to work together. And then you work with that energy through the moon and Uranus. And I mean, it's like just bringing this higher spirit, this higher energy, and allowing that to work through you. New routines, it also comes with the moon with Taurus, like new routines, like it's just a breakthrough in character. I feel like it's coming through, especially with because the sun is in Scorpio. It's all about this transformation, transmutation. It's all about this rebirthing and just liberating ourselves from old ways. I know it sounds like redundant, like I'm saying old ways and like old habits, but it's basically that's what it is. It's really truly is like a shadow working, and we coming out of our shadows into this new individual, and this person that we're supposed to truly become, like deeply, or like on a soul level though. Like on a soul level, the soul wants to be able to express itself more. The soul wants to live its life. The soul wants to be like, yo, we need our purpose. This is our purpose. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's really pushing us out that block. So this liberation time, especially the moon conjuncting Uranus, the conjunct means like the planets are like only like 3 degrees apart from one another. So it's there, so it's supporting that, and the moon represents our past lives, past karma. So we can bring in our past lives energy, which can, or past life skills, or old skills and knowledge, and bringing it out and using it in innovative ways, like bringing old ways but new skills, and that's gonna like bring out this sense of like this creating this new creation, new routines, like new skills, but it's coming from like a deep soul level, and it's like you're being motivated and being pushed. So it's really just trusting like this higher guidance that's coming through, and that's pushing us to do these things, and like really just hone it into the our intuition.
I feel like it's just the energy that I'm feeling is it's like the crumbling of a foundation. Sorry, my dog is coughing right now. If you hear that, it's a crumbling of a foundation that was built on illusions,
Right.
and a building of a new foundation that is in alignment with your soul.
Yes, especially because this the Sun in Scorpio is gonna be revealing so much that's been hidden, that's been not told to us. I mean, this could be a self-revelations and like outside external influences as well. So it's like everything we have been known is like an illusion. It hasn't been real. And that can bring up a lot of, since Mars is going to be going direct and like within like 2 weeks, I believe, that can bring some frustration, some anger. Like, So it's going to be, don't want to get caught up in that anger. That anger is like what we see like beyond the veil and see that the illusions of what we thought were true is not even true no more, or wasn't true at all. Another important aspect I think we have is Jupiter conjunct Saturn conjunct Pluto, which is bringing blessings through hard work and patience. So the Jupiter wants to bring us expansion and wants to bring us this expansion of consciousness. It wants to bring us gifts. It wants to bring us good fortune. It wants to bring us good luck. But Saturn is there as like, well, I need you to look at this. I need you to do this. I need you to, put more effort into this to get what you want. I need you to have a little bit more, having us look at our self-responsibility. It's a sense of like maturity. So we have these blessings of like gifts of like maturity and growing and becoming a little bit more wiser in things that we do. But Saturn is like, you have it, but I need you to mature more. I need you to structure your mind better, because Saturn is all about putting things together. It's all about forming. So it's all about how you construct your mental thoughts as well. So how can you form mental thoughts to create forms that work? Especially with this Taurus energy. It could bring setbacks, it brings delays. So it's like, but the delays are not there just to misguide you. It's just there to help you learn more, or like maturing, or I need you just to have patience and just endure this growth. Because Pluto is conjuncting Pluto too. So at the same time, we're going through like this deep healing as well. We're going through like Jupiter and Pluto. It's like it's growth, but Pluto needs to deal with the dark shadows. It needs to deal with the dark energies. We have to deal with like, it's like we're going beneath the subconscious to like the deepest level, the things that we're not even conscious about that might be blocking us. And that sadness, that fear, it could be that karma, it could be the past lives, it can be, early childhood, or things that, still subconscious we hold on to, but we don't even realize it's there. But I think the Pluto energy is going to bring that up. And as we work through that energy, as it reveals to us and we work through it, do hard work. We have to put effort into our shadow work. We have to, take the self-responsibility for it. And that's going to open up the Jupiter energy for like the blessings and things to come. So the more you kind of like work with that, that's like the more the rewarding the Jupiter energy becomes. And that is going to bring like a sense of like feeling powerful, feeling more courageous, feeling like on top of the world. Like that energy is there anyway with Pluto, because it's going to help you feel empowered. It's pushing you to do it, because you're going to feel like everything's going to change, but it's going to come so slow. So this could be like new careers, It could be like, you could be waiting to hear back from somebody, and it's just not happening. But it's not like it's not going to happen. It's just a delay. It's like patience. So like, you're waiting for that new call, like, oh, I would have called back. You're supposed to get a call back like last week or something, like given another week. Okay, it's just that this still Mercury is on retrograde, and that's delays. And then we got this Saturn energy, it just bringing delays. So it's just being that patient. It's just being patient, just working on yourself, taking self-responsibility, using this time to kind of like learn and go over the past of things that you have done, what you learned, and kind of like maturity and bringing that into the present and this lifetime and this whatever you're going through right now. I also feel like it's going to bring like an expanded perception and intuitive knowing. Because that's what Jupiter is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is outgoing, risk-taking, adventurous, and that's where the Jupiter energy comes from. So it has that this adventurous energy. But I'm pretty sure Jupiter's in Capricorn. So Jupiter's not even like in a strong sign because Jupiter wants to expand, but it's in Capricorn. So it's like it can't expand as much as it wants to because Saturn is like, nah, I need to construct this. It needs to be formed. It needs to have a concrete idea. So it has to be realistic. You know what I mean? So it's still that block that's there, but it's still good because we can expand ourselves and build foundations. Like I guess more on a like once you do it, it's gonna be locked. It's gonna be solid. It's gonna be founded. It's not gonna be no loose ends. And I think that's what spirit in the astrology is trying to. It's like making sure you do everything and there's no loose ends because it's really divinely guided.
I feel that just on a very intuitive level. It's like this process is if you do the work and you allow yourself to flow with the process and what the energy is giving to us, it's going to stop the cycle of like the pendulum, the up and down. It's kind of like you're expanding, and how you are expanding is going to be very, very solid. So you're not going to be climbing up the mountain and then sliding back down. Like many of us have been like feeling like, okay, we're here. No, we're not.
Exactly. And basically, that's exactly what it is. And I love the Pluto energy there because it shows that we're going to be leaving that and it's gone. It's like, it's in the ashes. It's in the past. Now we come into this new energy, this new wave of life, just transmuting like the old and really just embracing the new. But I feel like this strongly from a soul level. Like you really need to be in tune with your soul right now. We're becoming more soul centered. It's really overcoming the ego and coming to your soul centered individuality. And it's a really powerful time for that. Definitely a powerful time for that. And we don't get a lot of times like this where we can really integrate our soul with our personality so strongly. So it's really just like taking advantage of this energy and being a great manifester, even though it might not show quick results. Like I feel like the energy is very in alignment. They're helping the soul. The soul is a great magician and knows how to manifest what it wants. So we can work with the soul on that level. We can actually bring great things, but you have to do the work. Another one is Sun opposed. Actually, I want to do that last. You have the Venus trine Saturn. When we have a trine, that basically means like the energies are working together and harmoniously. I mean, it could be good and bad depending on what signs there are, but we have Venus and Saturn. I think that's actually is good. And this could be like, I feel like this could be cultivating new systems of belief. I feel like there's new belief systems with this. And I'm going to bring that back to, I feel like that goes with the moon in Taurus as well. The moon conjunct Taurus. As I said, it is breakthroughs and liberation from old belief system into new belief system, how we view the world and how we see it, how we're going to cultivate and bring in, a new sense of technologies and how we express our feelings to other people and to ourselves. Really grounding like a new sense of self-worth and value into our lives and really integrating that and walking in that. Not just thinking and feeling it, but was also walking in it. This is also I feel like from the heart because Venus is creativity as well, and art, creativity. So I feel like opening new forms of income because Saturn is all about careers, work. Venus, what you love. So bring what you love or what you work is, we can find new ways of creating new forms of income, especially on the Taurus full moon. Is just find those new ways, but it's liberating yourself from the past, allowing yourself to break to expand and try new things. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to try new things. You have to try. And this goes to Taurus as well. It's trying, not getting stuck in the rut and not getting stuck in the same routine. Like, try something different. Try what's in your heart. What have you been doing that's in your heart? Like, because you might thought like, well, does not be what's acceptable in society, or people might look at me like this or judge me like this. And it's like, no, just do what's in your heart. And that's going to create new abundance and a new sense of individuality and authenticity in our life. Commitment to what we're passionate about. So being committed to what you're passionate about brings results. I think that's what it really comes to in this moon too, is like not putting our minds and energy onto things that we don't really feel or we don't like, or it's just like mindless. It's like, focus on what you need, focus on what your passion is, and bring that to life. It's like I feel like this is gonna be like a 3-month period. Like, we have like 3 months to actually do this. You know what I mean? So now to like the end of the year. So like next year, like January, February, there should be like something new happening. Like, so like we're going through this sense of rebirth through Scorpio, through the shadows. Then we're gonna go through like Sagittarius. We take that energy, we adventurous with it. You know what I mean? We ground that energy in Capricorn. And then Aquarius, we're gonna be sharing that with people. You know what I mean? And showing them ideas. And then we get to Pisces. And then, I mean, it's like, how can we take this and help the world? You know what I mean? How can we help humanity? So I feel like this is all like part of the soul's plan that's happening with this Venus and Saturn, but very come from a deeply heart space, and asking the collective to really open their hearts to new ways of doing this and to new institutions of how we can help people, or you know what I mean, implementing new things in schools. It's just like, how can we help humanity? How can we help people? I mean, there's feel like a lot of growth and therapy work as well. That's like gonna be like a big thing.
And tuning back when we're going through this, continuing to tune back into your heart, because your heart knows with a capital K, right? Like it has the knowing. And so as we are really allowing the foundation of illusion to crumble, and we are deciding how we are going to build this new foundation in a very practical way, it can throw our ego off. And you mentioned that, like the whole mental, don't get sucked into the mental, because it can really throw our ego off. But if you continue, when your ego wants to do what it wants to do, and you continue to bring yourself back to your heart and say, but does this honor my knowing? Does this honor me? And it's like choosing your routines and your thoughts and your actions and all of that, no longer based on old patterns and maybe what was comfortable because it's a way you've always done things, but tuning in and saying, but what honors my heart? What is my knowing? And then using that to guide you as you move forward.
Never said it better myself. Yes, so that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Basically, that embrace of knowing. This Saturn, because it's got Saturn. Saturn's not going to let up. Saturn's like, we're going to get this right this time. We're like, we're not doing this no more. We're not bringing this to another lifetime. We're clearing this out right now. We ain't doing this no more. So that's amazing.
And that's a freedom, because it's like, if you're dealing with something now, and like, let's say like an old pattern, an old habit, like keeps coming up. Once you're done with it after this, like you're done. Like you don't have to deal with it anymore. So like such a sense of freedom whenever you look at it, when you have that to look forward to, it helps you kind of just deal with the Saturn energy, because Saturn energy can be a little
it can be a little overbearing sometimes. But at the end of the day, as we war for, you like, you know what? I respect it. I respect it. At the end, though, it's never do it though. It's always at the end. It's like, okay, I respect you for that, but never again. I don't want to do it again,
but I can respect trust. I get it. Exactly. I get what you're doing there.
See what you did there. So the last aspect, this is gonna be like the sun opposed the moon. So there's basically sun opposed the moon. Sun's in Scorpio, moon's in Taurus. So transformation and transmutation. transmuting the stuck old energy and routines, habits. It's basically a summary of the whole chart of what it is, and Scorpio is all about just because like Scorpio is the Pluto is like the soul energy, it's where the soul battles the ego. So it's really this point of just really overcoming yourself. It's like as simple as that, overcoming yourself. The moon, Taurus, your attachments. What are you attached to? What are you obsessed with? Scorpio, obsessions. You know what I mean? What are your deepest fears that you got to work through? What are your subconscious fears you have to work through? That's not allowing you to ground and bring in the life that you want. That's keeping you unhealthy. There's some not dealing with some of these subconscious thoughts and fears and obsessions. Maybe that's like drinking too much. You always drink. You always have this habit, and it's not healthy for you. Because Taurus rules the body. It's the physical body. So it's looking at our health as well and what we need to change. Do we need to change our diet? Do we need to change our routines? Do we need to change what we put in our minds, what we feed in our minds? So it's like really getting through that transformation period and just letting it go, just releasing it. You also have just working through the shadow work, working through shadow consciousness. And as we're doing that, we're bringing this newfound confidence of energy, and it's just energetic. It just is, you are the phoenix. As much as it's like touche, it's like this energy right now is the phoenix. It really is rising out your ego and coming more into your soul energy. It really is just saying, I'm done with this and I'm moving to this. Because we can either get stuck there or we can rise up. And it's really a choice. It's really a choice what you want to do. You really want to get stuck there or you're going to move forward. And you might see that with people, like some people that's going to be going up, show more their authenticity, learning their power, want to change. And some people that's going to be stuck in the ways of doing things in the past. And it's okay because that's their journey. But, you know what I mean? If you're listening to this, more than likely you probably are elevating and becoming a phoenix and rising up because you want change, you want new experiences, you want to bring this new type of fulfillment in your life, even through, you know what I mean, since we're going through this crazy time, it's definitely more inner working. It's like finding that inner happiness within yourselves, within ourselves, and inner stability, self-worth, value, and being present. So we have a strong, solid foundation and sense of self-identity, even when the illusions around us crash. You know what I mean? Because when the illusions around us crash and we don't have a sense of strong self-identity, definitely you can go crazy because we can mix status and identity when it's two different things. But just having a strong sense of foundation within ourselves, of self-worth and value, being present, having our own sense of self-identity, and have our own sense of happiness that comes from within, from doing this work, from empowering ourselves and having that confidence in ourselves. Like nothing can shake you. Nothing can shake your foundation because, I mean, you put that work in, you nurtured it, you allowed it to grow. And like, since it's like from such a divine point of standards, like nothing can shake you. Like nothing can break that down. So it's just having that confidence and faith. So I feel like the sun opposed the moon is just, it's forcing you to be confident. It's forcing you to it's like spirit is pushing you. It's like, go, just do it. Just face your fears. Like you have to get past this point. So
it is. It's like just leaping. It's just into a whole new way of being. Like it's a whole new embodiment. That like the foundation. Yes, it will be built in your life as a result, but it's within us. And it's the push is just us allowing ourselves to live in a way that we've never lived before, to feel a way we never felt before. Like,
right.
And I'm really just getting the guidance too, that as we're going through this process, like honor, there's going to be a lot of mini victories on your way. Like honor these little victories, like whenever you feel an energy shift, when you feel different waking up in the morning, when somebody responds to you differently, like these are all little victories, and these are all the building blocks. Everyone is a brick, that you are building this new foundation with.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And also, like I said, Scorpio also deals with partnerships and fair and like share finances. So this is actually a good time for partnerships and business partnerships, soulmate relationships as well. So and it's in the sense of this energy, we can, even with the Venus Saturn, we might feel like, we need that support group. Like it's like you need that other person that help you rise. Like it's like partnership. Like you can't do everything by yourself. So it's definitely a sense of like partnerships and like coming together to create more wealth. And that's what you find in like Pluto and like this higher aspect of bringing like blessings and abundance. It's just, just knowing like, just working with other people, just coming together, doing the shadow work, helping each other heal, coming together, do partnerships to create like, to help each other, to create more abundance, like, and not be so like, I gotta do this by myself. I can only have me. It's like also pushing us to be like, hey, maybe me and this person can work together, maybe we can create this. It's like a whole different energy as well coming with that. And that goes towards the Taurus, and I guess relationships too, because this is like great sign energy for like soulmate connections and like souls coming together to do like the great work. I feel like the healing work. I feel like we're gonna do that. That's gonna be like from this month on as well. A lot of unexpected relationships. I feel like it goes towards going back to the moon and Taurus, conjunct Taurus, with the breakthroughs and like unexpected relationships, unexpected partnerships. There's things that's happening out of the blue. Like I wouldn't expect this, but it's here, it's happening. And that can be just following, just following, this allowing it to happen. And since Taurus is like a feminine sign, it is about allowing. It's about surrendering. It's about allowing and attracting. So being who you are is going to attract what you want. So in your authenticity, you're going to attract the right partnership as well. But through these partnerships, through Pluto, I feel like there can be some powerful new relationships starting that, can help. And that could be like, you're going to move into Aquarius. Saturn is going to be moving to Aquarius soon. So it's going to be moving back to Aquarius in December. So we're going to see a lot of that sense of that new age of Aquarius coming in with humanity and more collaboration of people and communities coming together. So this could be like a start of that, energy kind of trickling in and kind of like finding a partner and then finding community and finding where you place yourself, where you belong at. And I think that's where this sense of this full moon in Taurus is like grounding, this Scorpio, finding who you are, your soul purpose, because that's going to help you find everybody else. You're going to attract the right people to you. And that's part of that is cultivating, the bigger picture. That's the bigger picture, cultivating this sense of abundance. So be open to working with other people and groups of others. And, being strong within yourself and strong within your power to work with other people. Because no matter how big or small you feel your I guess contribution to the world is always needed. Because it's part of the collective whole.
Absolutely.
And that's it for me.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Are we moving on to tarot?
Yes, we're moving on to tarot. We're moving on to the best part.
The fun stuff.
Which deck are you using?
Well, since this is on Halloween, and Halloween's my favorite holiday, I'm using the Halloween tarot.
All right. I am going to use... I'm going to use my Wizard Tarot.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's a whatever. Closest thing I got to Halloween. Do I have any Halloween type decks? I mean, my Dolph deck. I have my anime deck. Because I love my anime. I'm a spellcaster stack, but
We're just asking the general energies for anybody who's watching this. What do they need to know? What is unfolding? What is occurring? Ooh. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna let you do tarot. I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do Dragon Oracle.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull a clarifier in the last card, so don't freak out, anybody. The first card we get is Strength, Major Arcana. This is all about that. I mean, this card is typically associated with Leo, but you know, when you think of strength, you think of that Taurus full moon, you think of that empowerment. This is a major arcana. So this is a strength that you carry with you. You know, this is what it's everything that you just talked about. Like, this is something that is unshakable within us. This is something that is not going to blow over in the wind. Like, this is a very solid foundation that has come from a lot of introspection and a lot of shadow work, and just everything that you've done up until this point. I feel like this card is validating, like, you're there. You are at this point where you are ready to take that leap, and you are strong enough. And the next card that we got was the Ace of Ghosts, which is, you know, you talked a lot about relationships and partnerships. This is new love. And the Ace of Ghosts is all about the heart, which is the Taurus. Like, you are, by standing strong in who you are and honoring who you are naturally attracting the relationships and the opportunities and everything, all of the energy that is attracted to your heart. So before, up until this point, you had that energy, you had your light, you had this embodiment of your spirit, but there was patterns and shadows, and it was like this defenses, and it was like it's like almost hard to get there, but you are there, and you're transforming. And now what comes into your life naturally is going to be so much in alignment with your heart, with who you truly are, with your destiny, with your desires. I'm just, you know, this card is like the cup's overflowing, right? Like, it's like your heart being overflowed, not just by other people or what you're attracting in, but by your own energy, and by you allowing yourself to feel your own energy and to be in your own energy. And naturally, that just brings in deep soul relationships. It brings in new creative ideas, new creative opportunities. It just attracts it all to you. And before I show you the last card, I want to show you what's at the bottom of the deck. Another major arcana, Judgment. This is that rebirth card. I mean, this is a major transition that we're going through as a collective. Anybody who's watching this, at the top of the deck, we get the Chariot moving forward. I feel like like I said before, there's going to be a lot of mini victories every single moment, every single day. You are given the opportunity to move forward in closer and closer alignment with who you truly are. Sorry, my doggy has allergies. So the last card that we got that I said I want to pull a clarifier on is the Three of Bats. So the Three of Swords in the traditional tarot. So give me a clarifier on that, please, before I read into it, because I feel, to me, that card feels very healing. It's a deep heart healing. Wow. Okay. So the clarifier is the Knight of Ghosts. Again, where your heart has been burdened, where your heart has been hurt by yourself, by others, by anything, there is a deep healing that is coming in for you. And this card is talking about offers, like things being attracted to you. This is you allowing your heart to heal, allowing spirit to give you this healing energy, to give you opportunities for this healing energy, but it's also allowing others in, dropping the walls of your heart, dropping the defenses, opening up, being in your divine energy, and there is new love in various forms that are attracted to you just naturally. So that's what I got for the main reading. If you want to follow up with some oracle.
I followed up with some oracle. I'm gonna follow with my dragon deck. My dragon deck.
Perfect. Halloween.
Yeah, I felt like this would be a good one since it's like all about transformations, and dragons usually come in the times of like the dragon spirit animal usually comes during a time of deep transformation, and like we need like power and encouragement. I like love dragons. I do love dragons. Like, so let's see what I get. All right. So I got the Golden Atlantean Dragon. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. Wow. So this is definitely like the Pluto energy. Like, remember who you. This is basically like ancient knowledge, especially those who are very connected to your soul and like your past life. There could be a lot of like spiritual gifts, like channeling is very stronger right now. Open up to your divine gifts, open up to your spiritual gifts, open up to your creativity. You know what I mean? How you can create the world, how do you create this new world? Maybe like Atlantean energy, how you can help people in like new inventive ways. This is Taurus. And Taurus is in Uranus, and Taurus and Uranus is about being inventive, like how you can help the earth. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really just bringing in that energy of bringing in the new worlds. It's like bringing in the golden age. But you have the ability, you have the wisdom within us. And as you said, I guess it's going through those shadows, it's going through those emotions, it's actually going through all that so you can remember who you are on a soul level. This little pink magenta. I'm gonna get pink. I'm gonna go with the heart chakra. So it's definitely coming from the heart. What do you love? Loving yourself deeply to allow yourself to be who you truly are, so you can radiate. I mean that energy. That crystal is like, go within and remember Atlantis, and because they used to have crystals that put information into them. So like going into like meditation and like finding that crystal and seeing what ancient energy, what do your soul wants you to remember, what talents does you remember, what spiritual gifts are you've been not allowing to like expressing, because Taurus is a very intuitive energy, especially on a soul level. It's definitely like it sees the world through like spiritual values and spiritual desires, and that's what the soul is coming up with. And you can see the world through that lens, then you will witness a lot of new gifts and talents that are already within you, or you haven't been cultivating. You need to cultivate. It's like you need to start working on this, because that's what's going to bring this to you. Stop being lazy. The next card I got is Golden Solar Dragons. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So it's bringing in that masculine energy, and that masculine energy is basically about moving forward. It's about taking action. It's about the sun, that's being your own individual person. But this is definitely still Taurus energies, it's feminine energy, so it's definitely a combination of divine feminine and masculine. It's the divine masculine understanding the divine feminine's needs and taking action and bringing that forward. And that's where the true power comes from. That's when you really feel empowered. Because it's a twin flame, your own inner twin flame type thing. The DNA is being reprogrammed. So it's like these energies that are coming onto Earth, like this Pluto, is breaking down the DNA system. It's like, because it needs to reprogram our DNA to these higher vibrations of energy, so we can live in that sense of frequency, in that higher vibration. Because it's like the old energy and the old things that are tearing apart is actually the old reality and the old dimension. It's bringing us into this higher aspect, in this new reality. But it takes like being strong in your masculine energy. And I guess if you are male, you have any type of sense of toxic masculinity, it's getting through that. It's like being real with yourself. It's like opening up to your, it might be just open up to your divine feminine energy, but it's like honoring your masculine energy. It's like, you know what? This wisdom, this being wise, this be wise. And for the last card, I'm going to a lot of dragons. Fire dragon, burn up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul's pathway. So you have the fire dragon. So we have a lot of fire. So we have remembering who you are, you know what I mean, and bringing that out through like your masculine energy. You know what I mean? So remembering who you are is going within. That's what feminine, the divine energy is like coming out and honoring your feelings and having the masculine energy go through that. And then it's like that fire energy. It's just burn the lower energies around you. It's clearing that lower energy around you. It's purifying, purification. You're safe and protected. Like you're protected as you're being inspired to make new changes and be your own leader. Trust yourself. Trust the path that you're making for yourself. The purple is like, it's like inspired divine intuition and divine inspired intuition, divinely inspired like movement. Like you might feel like divinely inspired and just move with it. And I mean, it's that fire energy. It's like, I feel inspired to do this, but there could have been a block there. But since it's like divinely inspired, it's like the obstacle doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It just dissipates. What obstacle? You know what I mean? On the bottom card, I got Rose Pink Dragon. Prepare your heart to connect with the highest facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. So this has the dragon holding a rose. It's pink. And it's all about the heart, connected to your heart, like the soul. It's just healing. It's all coming from the heart space. It's all about allowing you to feel and connect, allowing you to have that deep sense of compassion and love for yourself, or to give that to others. Because it's definitely, as much as we going through this time of transformation and change, we need to still be centered, not be over aggressive. I mean, there's a lot of fire energy, so we don't want to be over aggressive. We don't want to be too angry. We don't want to be haha, I'm the best, like overcome you, based all out in our ego. We want to stay in the heart center. We want to keep that compassion. We want to be that inspired leader that helps other people be their own leaders. You know what I mean? But you do that to a sense of compassionate love and compassionate love and compassion for others. Healing. Be the healer. Like you heal by being yourself and being inspired and an inspiring person that people can follow. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's that thing that one light likes another type of thing.
I heard this analogy and I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was basically like if you're a candle and you're lit and you go to light another candle, if you try to light that other candle, you're going to drip your wax. Okay. You're going to lose some of your essence. But if you stand strong in your candle and allow an unlit candle to light itself from you, then that candle gets lit and you stay, you don't give anything, you don't lose anything.
Right.
And so I feel like that's kind of what you were just talking about. It's like, it's healing yourself, and it's what your card said, my card said, like it's healing yourself, and it's standing strong in who you are. And by doing that, you are the light, and there will be people who are drawn to you that you can help, but you don't help them by overextending yourself. You help them. Right. You heal the world. You help usher in this age of Aquarius by standing strong in your light. And who wants to light their candle from your candle will come to you and they'll do that. And
yeah, exactly. It's definitely all about that. It's attracting what you want. It's being who you want. Be the candle. Be that candle. Be the best candle you want. And everybody, like, I like that candle. I want some of that.
Exactly. And you don't lose anything, right? Your fires keeps burning. You just
their fire burns and they feel and they do the same thing, and it just happens collectively, and that's how the greater awakening happens. So I think that was great. You want to pull any more cards? You got anything else to say?
I do want to just pull one making magic card, and it just gives a little bit of guidance. So what is the one piece of guidance that everyone who is watching this needs to take with them for their highest and best? Wishes coming true.
Ah, nice.
Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes.
Mm.
And so I feel like how you talked about, you know, you see this being like a 3-month process.
Yeah.
And I was picking up on like little victories. I feel like there will be little victories along the way, but you're also being reminded that you're doing all of this because you have wishes that are coming true. Like every single shift that you allow yourself to make, every time you leap into the unknown, you're not doing it for no reason. We're not healing and healing and healing and healing and healing and healing on the hamster wheel. You know, like there comes a time that we are approaching where you see the shifts, you see the physical manifestations, you feel the difference in yourself and your reality. And I feel like Spirit is coming through to just give you that bit of reassurance that like you're entering a whole new time in your life unlike any that you've ever experienced. So go with it. Just jump.
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. So we're gonna end it there.
Sounds good.
All right. So we're ending it there. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you go check out Rachael's channel at what is your channel?
It's Reiki Rachel on YouTube.
Yeah, Reiki Rachel on YouTube. I'll put the description below so you can check her out.
And
check out the videos and stuff. I
don't remember if we mentioned this or not, but we collabed on a full moon healing. So there's an energy healing session on my channel if you haven't watched it yet.
Yes, we have the healing channel we have a healing that me and her did as well on her channel. So if you want to check that out as well, you can check that out on her channel as well. So until next time, bright souls.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.